Hi, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the week of November 18th through the 24th. Wow, you all, it's a big week this week. We have two huge shifts going on. We have the planet of Pluto moving from the sign of Capricorn to Aquarius. I touched on this a little bit last week. It's a changing of the guard. We're shifting from a heavy earth energy influence around our rebirth transformation work to a heavy air influence, which is creativity, innovation, less, pragmatism, less logic, more free thinking, more free spiritedness. We're actually Wonder Twin powering this Pluto in Aquarius with moving into Sag season. So what does this mean really? Let's break it down. Everything is changing. So our old world is ending as we have known it. These last 15 years have brought a lot of changes already, but this time it's going to be different, these next few decades. If you think of Aquarius, there's a couple things that come to mind. Aquarius is known as the water bearer. Aquarius isn't pouring water, it's metaphorical. So it's said that its wisdom is being poured over the collective of humanity. So Aquarius has this beautiful energy of watering the collective with these higher frequencies of wisdom. And how do we become wise? We gather our knowledge. And so all these last few decades are now pushing us toward applying those lessons now, embodying those lessons, living out those lessons. And, if you take Pluto, which equals power, it is the planet of power, activating our power. And then we take Aquarius, which is symbolic of the collective. What does this mean? Power to the collective. So you may not see that in the world right now, but because change is, comes in baby steps sometimes, but then it happens in giant leaps. So I feel like there's a lot yet to be revealed, and we're living in exciting times. So I think that there's going to be far-reaching changes. We're going to be reprioritizing our values from the material world, from the ego, more into intuition and creativity. It's expansive. Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of good luck, of good fortune, coupled with Sagittarius. And we're talking about taking action towards our dreams. We have the star energy, which is all about our healing and moving forward, rebirth, renewed. So I know Scorpio season has been tough for some people because we've had to look back and wrap up these old cycles, right? And let go. And now, what does it make room for? The new, right? The new frequencies, the new earth, new energies. So keep in mind as we move through the week that we're wrapping up these deep cycles of transformation, and it's okay to feel a mixture of highs and lows at this time. It's normal, okay? So be gentle with yourself as we navigate these intense planetary shifts. Now, let's go into the Instagram inspiration. This is called Sunshine Soul, and it's by Momentary Happiness. This is a little reminder that the light you bring into the world is needed so much more in times of darkness. Please keep sharing your generous heart without fear. There are so many people out there who rely upon the magic you create and the kindness you spread. You could be the reason someone smiles today, the reason someone pauses and takes a deep breath. You never know who needs to be touched by a heart like yours. So please keep spreading your light. That's sweet. And this one is so true. And I think this is the shift that we're making as a collective. If only our eyes saw souls instead of bodies, how very different our ideals of beauty would be. Author unknown by Danny Morell. This is another one by Danny Morell. Signs you are healing. More observing, less judging. More responding, less reacting. More self-love, less self-sabotage. More boundaries, less resentments. More inner peace, less outer chaos. More clarity, less confusion. More being, less doing. More trust, less fear. Okay, I've got a couple more here. Cosmic Beatnik says this: the brightness of your light is directly proportional to the darkness you've integrated. So y'all, it's time to share those Care Bear heart center cores of you, that prism of light, that ray of light that is uniquely our own, through our own journeys, through the evolution and integration of our soul work, our deep shadow work, the ancestral lineage healing, all of this hardship over the last couple decades. It's now so we can shine that light even brighter out into the world. To shine brightly like a diamond. Rihanna said it best. Listen to that song this week and just dance and swirl. Lighten the energy. This is by Phoenix Rising. We are being presented with two choices: evolve or repeat. I'll say that again. We are being presented with two choices: evolve or repeat. And we do that again and again and again and again throughout every situation we encounter. Is this here to allow me to evolve, or am I going to repeat the pattern? Big question to ask this week. Am I repeating a pattern, or am I really evolving? Now, this one is by Spirit Daughter. It's very true. Like the moon, you can begin again and again. No questions asked. Spirit is not asking those questions. Do you want to begin again? You always have that choice with every new moon. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed the full moon in Taurus. Woof! I felt like I just dropped so much of the heaviness. I feel like there's going to be a big shift in the hopefulness this week. I'm getting it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this love vibration. Let's get first we're going to get whatever comes out and the strongest incoming energy through the What We May Have Forgotten Oracle deck. I'm also going to be pulling from Keepers of the Light. I want to get some Ascended Masters, what they have to say in the frequencies this week, because I do feel like we're at a really beautiful cosmic gateway of alighting our soul flames in a very bright, pronounced way at this time. I feel like there's only going to be let's see what comes out. What is the strongest incoming energies this week for the collective, Spirit? Let's just not forget. Thank you, Spirit, for always presiding over the readings here at Illuminated Tarot, for all of the love and the enlightenment, the awakening that you send to us through all the signs and synchronicities. Thank you. Okay. We're all so deeply connected, aren't we? Wow. Okay. All right. We've got this feels very Libran. Even just the way she looks, Venusian. And that Taurus full moon was very Venusian, y'all. So I feel like there's this beauty that's emanating out from the cosmos right now. Almost like there's a lot of you could be recognizing your gifts as an oracle. Or I almost want to feel, look at that. She's holding the moon too. There's a lot of prophecy. Ooh, I'm getting we're living in prophetic times. These were predestined. A lot of us, this is what we came for. It's get your popcorn out. What's going to happen next? It's that kind of frequency. It really is, you all, because we are in this time of great change. Okay. I'm trying to look and see what she's wearing. She's wearing this beautiful medallion. It looks very ancient. There's something around wearing this. It feels like elevation. We're all our own oracles. So even this very reading is reminding you that this week you could feel like you are able to tap into your future, tap into your potential for this Aquarian shift in Pluto. You could be getting these insights through your dream work, through, meditation work, visionary thinking. That is the Aquarian vibe. Hold the vision. There's something around this moon and what it's revealed to you as you prophesize the future. Ooh, that's really beautiful. Something very prophecy. I'm hearing prophecy. not only for the collective, but for your individual journey. There's something that is going to come forward this week around that. Let's see what the keepers of the light have to say. Be your own oracle. Whoops. I grabbed the guidebook underneath. I wasn't sure if I would need to refer to it. That's funny. I just tried to shuffle with the guidebook. That's not an accident. So are we trying to shift and sort through the energies? Like, where's the guidebook? It's almost like we are our own oracles. That's so funny. Spirit just likes to play jokes on me. But it really is like, we don't need a guidebook. We are the guidebook. We are our own resource of wisdom. It's all within us. It's everything we've ever been taught. If you look at any religion, any faith-based pathway, what's in the center of that? The wheel, the light. It's in us all. We are made of it. We are light. And I feel like we're all realizing the power that we have. Look at that. She's holding the moon. There is a lot of revelation in this moon. And if it hasn't, and feels very subconscious. It's on the level of the subconscious. She's wearing those golden, radiant pillows. It feels like this cloak of like royalty. She's dressed in these finer things. It's like she's being anointed. I feel like the collective is being anointed this week in a new vibration that has been prophesized. Whew. And then we have 41 breaking down to 5, which is great change. Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Power to the people. Power to the people, you all. We are our own oracles of light. Master Jesus, of course, is Christ consciousness. Forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Oh, this is looking back at that Capricorn and being like, you know what? That was the harsh lessons that the father, the patriarchal, like dominating energy can have on us, that guilting or that, shaming. I'm getting that old paradigm is breathing its last breaths around control and power. It's shifting and it takes time. And we have the Miriam as well, sacred vision with the oracle. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Whoa, this is a powerful week. These angels of light, these beings of light are coming in to remind us that it's time to move back into our own wholeness and recognize that the power was within us the whole time. Don't give away our power to concepts outside of ourselves because it's all within us. And that largely is dependent upon our ability to forgive, to understand that we are on the path of love, light, and forgiveness. There's a lot of healing going on. And then the Miriam, the mirroring that we have. Sacred vision, forgiveness, and inner strength. Forgive, you all. See the light in all things. Love has no boundaries. Love truly has no boundaries. I'm going to leave those out. Wow. Okay. I love the energy coming forward. It feels just very divine, very prophetic, very master level energies, high vibrations that are being emanated within each of us and around us. See the soul, not the human. If our eyes saw souls instead of bodies, I feel like we have this beautiful light code that we're going to be shifting into this week that is going to affect all of us. Wow. I've never gotten energy like quite like this, but I've never used this combination of decks before. All right. I'm feeling called. You know what? I wasn't sure I was going to share this, but based on what came out, this is something that I heard a couple weeks ago. It's by IMELDA May. She is a spoken word poet. This is on Spotify. I'm going to put the link below because she does it so much better than what I'm about to say. She wrote it, and it's combined with music, and it's so moving. It's like, when you watch a movie trailer and you're like, oh my God, and you already feel like you're going to cry, or you watch a commercial. It's like just this one snippet listening to this. So I think it's going to be a gift for all of you to tune into that vibration this week. Listen to it whenever you need it to get that encouraging message of support. There's something too that they're highlighting around the flame, the soul flame. Like I said, the soul flame our ancient origins, and this fiery energy, this very Sagittarius energy, is reminding us of the strength that we have to continue on and to actually choose to forgive. Forgive everything, because you hold on to that and it weighs you down. Keep the sacred vision and heal. The star is all about our integrated soul and healing from the shadow. Wow. Okay, so let's read this. Let me get a sip of my coffee. Cheers, top of the morning to y'all. Or top of the mid-morning. What is love, you ask? My head spins, recalling every song, story, words, and glorious things I ever heard. Every cliche rings in my ears, like a bell announcing the birth of a new day or the death of yesterday. Depends on how you hear it. I haven't a clue. So I ask love, what are you? Love replies, can't you feel me? I'm here. I'm the one holding your hand, reminding you not to forget me. I'm the warm feeling in your belly when you don't know why. I'm the ache to the core when someone sways to the other side of a vibe. I'm the tingle on your skin when it's touched by the tip of a thrill you can rely on. The knowing when your eyes meet eyes that recognize yours and hold you, loose enough to move freely, but tight enough to never let you fall. I'm the breath you take in and let all the way out to the end. When you're held and your shoulders drop into arms, the flop that feels like a blanket of truth, and wraps you and soothes you to the moon you thought was in the sky. I'm the backbone that holds it all together. The vertebrae stacked on top of each other. When it's all gone pear-shaped and wrong, I'm the biting on your lip, keeping it zipped, swallowing words that could wound and rip apart. I'm choosing kindness over being right. I'm the fight in you when you don't know how, the life in you when it's gone right out. I'm life when I'm near, hope without fear. I'm nothing fancy in a world dripping in gold, but a beautiful jewel, never bought, never sold. And when you open your heart and let me in alone, you'll know who I am because I feel like home. Return home, all of you. Return home. These masters are calling us there as the great oracles that we are, as masters, beings of light. Remember who you are, everyone. Remember, remember, remember. Okay, let's go into the tarot. Let's go into the tarot. It's funny because I had on like a burnt orange sweater that I was wearing. I was going to wear today, and then Spirit said, go put on white. Go put on white. It's about the purity of your own light. Remember it. Okay. Remember about your light. That's what I was hearing when I put it on. Remember, you are light. All right, what are the strongest energies this week, you all? The Empress. Yeah, that Taurus full moon. Nurture your people. Love your people. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Do the self-care. Yesterday, I had so much activity this week. My family came. My daughter turned 13. And sleepover, shopping, people over, multiple, events. And then I had like this deep exhale after everyone left yesterday later in the day. I went on this long walk, a run, and I made myself a pot of tea and peanut butter brownies. And I sat there with those peanut butter brownies and that hot cup of tea, and I just smiled. And that was like I savored that moment. So do these acts of just indulgence, of self-love, of nurturing you, nurturing your beautiful heart as you sit on the throne of your own abundance, of what beauty that you have within you. This is the time to cultivate and nourish ourselves. To appreciate being alive. Simply appreciate being here now. It is a gift. What about this Empress energy from this full moon? Invest your time wisely, my friends. Invest in yourself. I'm getting this beautiful week ahead of being able to build tangible things in your life that come from nurturing others and yourself. New opportunities for growth. New opportunities for beautiful growth. What's beautiful too, everyone came over, brought flowers. You can't see it, but I have flowers all spread around my house. Big vases and roses. I have orange roses, red roses. And it's just surround yourself with beautiful things. Small tokens of appreciation for the world we live in. It's a delight of the senses. Invest in the delight of your senses this week. Getting a lot of self-love, self-care vibes for the collective this week. Ooh, fear. Wow. It's like there's this fear lurking in the shadows. And it's strong. It's like, I'm not letting go, the collective. It's like, I'm not going to let go. So it's like, I feel like the Empress is like, picture Pan playing the flute, and, just this beautiful Empress. And she's sitting in this beautiful meadow with the river, and there's not a care in the world. And then there's this devil lurking in the forest. What is this fear about this week, you all? Is this a collective thing? Is this an individual thing? Why is the devil here with the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles? It's like also beautiful. What's this darkness? That's interesting. We're going to keep that there. I got to clarify this. I feel like this is a collective fear. Holding the breath, being hypervigilant. What does it do to your body? It doesn't do good things. And your thoughts are like a poison in your body. So be mindful of the way, they're like, are you investing in trust and nurturing the light and the love within you and around you? Or are you going to lean into the fear and the scarcity mindset and the I'm not in control, I don't have any power, right? Ooh, there's two timelines. Fear or love. Which one are you going to invest in? Let's talk about it. That's what's going on. That's what's up. That's what's up this week. Whoa. Wow. It's all around us, you all. Let's clarify these energies. This path of love, the Empress. It's fascinating. And that is, the Empress is very Venusian, that we're reflecting on with this Taurus full moon. And there we have the Capricorn. Capricorn energy, where this is the pathway of learning. Maybe it's not so much choosing which timeline, it's learning from both, right? Learning from the ways we obsess or have obsessed in the last 15 years as we now embark on a new 20-year cycle. But I'm just curious to see what Spirit has to say about these timelines, about fear or like self-love, self-nurturing, self-acceptance versus me versus you, competition, obsessive, clinging, insecurity, doubt. The world. Yep. Yeah. Why wouldn't it have the world be present with the Empress? She's got all the power in the world. She has every major arcana. She's the Pentacle. She has all four queens inside of her. She's reached self-mastery. Spirit is saying it's time to live from a place of self-mastery. That doesn't want to come out. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It's abundance, y'all. Abundance mindset. Let's see if it comes out again. But it was like, nope. It's like a... There we go. That's too many, though. But the Five of Swords came out upright. I think that a lot of people are fighting to close out cycles where it's time to embrace all of that self-care, self-love from this beautiful place of remembrance. Yeah. All right. So We have an opportunity this week to graduate. This is graduation day from Pluto and Capricorn. And what are we wearing? This cap over our heads. We learned what it's like to have a lot of conflict with people and what it's like to live in illusion, delusion. There's a lot that we've overcome as a collective and as individuals. So this week, you're looking at wrapping up an old chapter, old cycles, transforming the energy completely, letting go. Last night, I was in a room with several of my exes that impacted me the most in my shadow work, my integrative work. And Spirit was saying, you've successfully let them all go. And I know a part of you wants to hold on to those timelines and live them out, in this beautiful, what it could have been, what it should have been, what it wasn't, what you wish it was. And Spirit saying, whatever you've had to fight for, whatever illusion you've had to overcome, it's time to let go. Let go. Nurture those parts of yourself that made you accept those connections to begin with, made you fight for an illusion. It was a part of your healing. Forgive and let go. I'm getting that strongly. Forgive and let go. Whatever conflicts that have arisen in your life, this is the week to truly say, you know what? This doesn't have any power over me. This timeline where I had to fight for my needs, fight to be heard, fight to be seen. And then it felt like I was just living in some sort of illusion. Spirit's saying, you've graduated from that timeline. Congratulations. Now embody the Empress, be the love, and help shine that light in others who are still struggling on that path. What's this devil? This Capricornian. I feel like there's a huge shift in the energy frequencies here. Huge. This is massive, y'all. The Chariot. Some people are going to move forward in this timeline of fear, thinking that that's how they overcome. Ooh, yeah. Ace of Swords sideways. So there's whatever isn't clear in your life this week, it's time to move past it. It's that big. This isn't really necessarily a timeline of fear. I'm going to live on a different planet. This is you choosing love over fear. Because when you're in direct conflict with things that are incongruent, it doesn't allow you to really nurture those aspects of yourself that are crying out for acceptance and love. You're wanting the other person to give something to you that they cannot. So Spirit is saying, choose wisely in what you invest in. If you invest in the Empress energy this week, you will be graduating over a timeline of conflict, of resistance, and of illusion and confusion. Now, if you hold on to the fear, you will lack clarity around what makes you happy and about moving forward in a state of harmony and bliss. This was sideways. So whatever you're holding on to that is igniting an obsession, something you can't release. This even isn't about connections. This could be about how you treat yourself. This is the voice of that self-critical parent, right? That father, that mother that made you feel like you were never going to be good enough, so you decided you had to be perfect. That's just one example. It's time to say, you know what? You're not in my head anymore. you don't belong here. Because what does that do? It allows you to have clarity on your path, for you to integrate all the parts of yourself to move forward in your own seat of empowerment and find harmony within. This is looking at the places that we play small, that we criticize within ourselves and saying, you know what, I've had enough of you. This is truly embodying higher wisdom, higher love. There's no place for this. There's no place for this. Fear, doubt, and insecurity. And when it creeps up, which it will inevitably do, you just say, you know what? I see you. I know why you're here, but I'm not going to give you my power anymore. And that's a huge shift that we're taking into this Aquarian timeline. Fascinating. I'm going to get some advice from Spirit. Let's get some advice for this week. Let's get some advice. And then we're going to go into Mark Nepo. Where are we at? Oh, this is a long one. Mark Nepo. Let's do some advice. There's things that we're still trying to wrestle with in our habits, behaviors, and thoughts that bring out a lack of clarity in what is going to feel harmonious to us. So this is a cleanup week, you all, where we're literally closing out old chapters of behaving and thinking and operating. So we can stand in our Empress energy. The divine feminine is now overcoming this Capricornian energy. This is about being soft, nurturing those parts of ourselves that we criticize, that we shame, that we blame. That shadow stands in the way of everything that is holy and whole within us. And it's not about saying, go away. It's about saying, you belong here too, and I'm going to love you too. But you don't get to say who I am anymore. My light does. Light is overcoming shadow. 9 of Cups. Fulfillment. Jumping into an abundant timeline. That one, definitely. Coming out of lack and scarcity, which that self-critical voice will always do. It's about choosing fulfillment and coming out of lack. And the Emperor, look at that. We have the Emperor and the Empress with the advice. This is integrating the divine masculine with the divine feminine this week within us all. This is big. This is big. When we become integrated whole beings, where we are empowered and nurturing ourselves, there is no limit to what we can create in this world. There is no limit. The divine masculine is softening to the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is softening to the divine masculine. This is a big, big week, you all. Where are we going next? Let's do Mark Nepo, and then we'll do the final self-care advice for the week. All right, now we have November 18th. I've not read this. Let's do this. The puppy and the pound. Everybody can love in the place where they are. We can all add our share of love without leaving the room. At dinner, a friend who was interviewing for a job shared how she sometimes felt too eager for their acceptance. She said she found herself inwardly yelping like a puppy in the pound. Pick me, pick me. We all laugh because we all do this. At some point of inner confusion, we assume that we're orphaned of all the gifts and possibilities. During these painful times, we imagine that we're so small. That we are so small in what we have to offer that we become desperate to belong anywhere at any cost. To make matters worse, we then hide parts of who we are, certain that if the potential boss or partner or new friend were to know all about us, they couldn't possibly accept us. Once inside this thinking, it is hard to repair, and the challenge repeatedly is to stop giving ourselves away. For what good is it if only a sliver of you remains? What good if only your ear is accepted and the rest of your body must be kept out of view? What good if only your obedience and good manners are accepted and the rest of your passion and personality must be kept in hiding? In truth, no one can live with a sliver, for slivers, even of gold, are near impossible to hold. Center yourself and bring to mind a time you felt the need to be accepted. Let that feeling come and go, and as you breathe, bring to the surface, if you can, that part of you that so wants to be loved. So wants to be loved. Breathe thoroughly and let each inhalation be an embrace of your very human longing by your very, very ancient spirit. It's almost like we're integrating this inner child on such a deep core level. We're healing like a deep core collective wound that has been playing out again and again in all of our connections throughout time. This is big. I've never even read this energy this big for the week. Powerful. Powerful. All right, let's get a self-care tip. I don't really have any announcements. I'm going to be moving into the December readings a little early, which I'm happy about. I think that's what I'll be doing next. I'm going to start with Aries this afternoon. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Spirit wants to do. We'll see. Because I need to get a little head start on the December readings, or I may even start with the annual. We'll see. I got to do the annual readings. So they'll be coming out, y'all. All right. What's the self-care tip, Spirit? There we go. These are all going to be pertinent. I'm going to read the top, and then whatever they're guiding me to read the bottom, I will do. Self-love. I am open to learning from my past mistakes. Another self-love. I am valuable even when I experience rejection. Personal power. I can choose to do things differently. And healing. I learned to practice patience by slowing down. Slow down, you all. Enjoy a lazy river. Get those flowers. Make those peanut butter brownies. Drink that tea, right? Do those baths, whatever it is that bring you wholeness. I'm going to just shuffle. Yes, this one. Changing and healing takes time and patience. Where in your life are you rushing? This week, when you feel yourself rushing through a task, a conversation, or an experience, take a pause. See what it feels like to move slowly. What would it feel like to bring that slow, patient energy to your journey of growth and healing? Slow it down, you all. We're moving into this beautiful, beautiful star energy. It's our birthright. There's so much shifting and changing. I do believe that we are so much closer to the full integration of who we are, to the knowing, to the remembering, to actually living it and being it and coming together, right? Power to the people. Enjoy your week. Be a blessing to somebody this week. As always, I send my love and light. Namaste.